So in the video, the four words the devil hates, the Lord rebuke you, which I talked about from the book of Jude, beginning with verse 8. And you can read that if you haven't seen the previous video. Please go watch that one first. But I told you I wanted to give you a couple examples of how that worked. And this is true, very true. There was an organist in the church where I attended previously, and she played during the traditional service. And one day, she and her husband and their grown adult kids, she was an older woman, she was in her 70s at that time. Anyway, they invited us to come to their house for dinner. And so we got talking. And one of the things that the husband was kind of joking about, but kind of hoping there was an answer for, was the fact that his wife would wake up screaming every night, and she would scream so hard it would scare him half to death. And they had no solution for the problem. Sleeping pills didn't help, doctors didn't help, etc., etc. And I happened to know about this passage, and I said, even the archangel Michael, when he was disputing with the devil, he said, "The Lord rebuke you." I said, try that. It works. Say it out loud. Say it with authority. When she wakes up screaming, you say to the powers of darkness that are lurking, "The Lord rebuke you," and you watch and see what happens. Don't you know it worked? And for years after that, I'd bump into them at the supermarket or, of course, in church, but they would always say, "Thank you so much for sharing that with us. We have peace. It works. We're happy. We sleep through the night. It's the best thing that ever happened," etc., etc. So that's how I know it works. She was no off your rocker type person. She was a legitimate Christian woman who served the Lord by playing the organ with her musical skills, and they were just a sweet elderly couple. And so now she's both since passed, but then they both had peace and for as long as they lived because of that. And again, I don't want to run out of time here, but I have another good story, but there's just not time to tell all these good stories. So just keep that in mind. Remember those words. You and I don't slander celestial beings by wanting to fight them physically. I knew a guy one time said, "I hope that devil comes up here and meets me," and he's a big tough guy, and he said, "I'll punch his lights out or whatever." No, that's slandering celestial beings. We don't fight with the weapons the world fights with, fists and guns and knives. We fight with spiritual weapons. So just be careful how you talk about them. Don't be afraid of them, but don't slander them either.